Hello everyone. I am excited to be here on our fourth day of preparedness. I am outside today because for the fourth chapter of Be Prepared, Not Scared is gardening in an emergency. And I have probably every book ever written on gardening. I just love gardening and I love learning about it. But what is in this book is a little different. We are going to be talking, and what I teach about is gardening anywhere, anytime, in an emergency, what you need to do starting day one, moving on to the other days, or moving on from day one through, the rest of the emergency, however long it goes, and how you can add these kinds of fresh foods to your diet. Because as we've been learning, the second and third chapters were on short-term and long-term food storage, and oftentimes those foods are dried grains, dried beans, foods that you have to do something with, but they're not fresh. And that is going to lead to a diet that's, first of all, not very exciting to eat, may not be as palatable, but certainly won't be as nutritious. So adding fresh foods to a diet during an emergency, and we're talking long-term emergency or even just short-term emergency, something that happens that puts you out of work for a month and a half or so. My office was closed for a month and a half earlier this year. Who knew that was going to happen? And so with no income coming in but expenses still going out, that was an emergency for our family. And that happens and I know it happened and is continuing to happen to a lot of families nowadays. So what can you do to supplement those stored foods and really add nutrition and add variety? And there's more to gardening than just that, though. For me, this is also meditation. This is me becoming one with the earth and, a lot of those kinds of things. So really, this book, chapter 4, teaches you how to garden anywhere, anytime, how to make this a part of your life so that in an emergency, you'll still be able to utilize those things. So as you can see, it's nice and snowy outside. I can't see when I turn this way, but I wanted to show you right now what I have growing in my garden. Yep, there's snow on the ground, but you can see that whole bed right there is covered and it's full of winter greens. And right down here, I think I'm going to flip this. Right down here is a cold frame. That's right now I have mache. It's a cold-loving green, and some frisee, which is another kind of funny word, some bok choy, some other winter greens. Now, they don't perhaps look as good as you might find in a grocery store, although the bok choy does. But that would be very welcome in an emergency, any of these kinds of foods. And these are things that we eat every day around our house. So it's possible to do it. I'm doing it currently. It's possible to do it anytime during an emergency, but you need to know how. You can't just have emergency day one and all of a sudden know how to do this, for the rest of the emergency, the time that you're going through that. This has to be something that you practice and gain the skills for. So I encourage you, please, first of all, come and join us on December 30th for our book launch event. But buy the book. Go to Amazon now. And super exciting news, we are the number one new release right now in this category. So we're really excited about that. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your help. Go to Amazon, buy the book, be prepared for kicking this off in January. We have a lot of surprises up our sleeves that are going to be coming to you at that book launch event, where we talk about what's going to be available to support you through this journey over the coming year. So thank you so much for supporting us thus far, getting us to number one new release right now. And we can't wait to continue adding value to you and helping you to be prepared. So join us December 30th, and there'll be a lot of surprises and fun things there, along with some behind the scenes and things you want to learn about the book. Thank you all.